Calaroga Shark Media.
Hello and welcome to Palace Intrigue. I am your host, Mark Francis. Prince Harry is hesitant to make solo trips to the UK, according to insiders who revealed he would prefer if the entire family made regular visits to see his family and build bridges, but there is so much going on behind the scenes that it isn't just possible at the moment. The insiders also mentioned that both Harry and Meghan had planned to attend the Invictus ceremony in the UK, but Meghan reconsidered after the details of their appearance were leaked. They said both Harry and Meghan were planning to come to the UK, but when the exact time and date of their appearance at the Invictus ceremony were made public, she started to rethink that idea. Initially, the couple intended to fly to the UK on May 7th and stay incognito for a week before returning to California. The source added, Harry and Meghan are planning a 5th birthday party for Archie at their Montecito home on May 6th and were then going to fly over to the UK on a private jet the following day. Their planned itinerary included attending the anniversary service and spending additional days in the UK for their children to engage with the royal family, the source added. However, sources suggest that beneath the concerns about security, Meghan harbours deep-seated anxiety about returning to England, where she feels unwelcome. The source claimed Meghan fears being thrown back into an anxiety-fueled visit to England, where she feels like she's not wanted. Royal expert Richard Fitzwilliams told The Sun, the best way of resolving the rift, if it is to be resolved, is to do it privately. With Catherine and the King's illness, this is an enormous game changer, even when there are deep family rifts. The two very senior members of the royal family are seriously ill, and you can't really predict what's going to happen. So, as I say, the Sussexes do spring surprises. This has happened before, and you never know what might happen in the coming weeks or months, but I don't think Harry would do anything without Meghan's consent. We don't know, but things can happen that you don't expect. And you look at the time scale between now and the Invictus Games, it's still quite the time. It's perfectly possible Harry could come over before then to see his father, whether or to what extent he might see William and Catherine or whatever, I simply don't know. But Meghan is very unpopular in Britain. She knows that any appearance she'd make here would make headlines, and they wouldn't necessarily be favourable. We simply don't know, but the best way, obviously, of bridging this rift, if it is to be bridged, and it does make sense when you've got serious illness to consider. Royal expert Tom Quinn told The Mirror, William is sad and bewildered at how bad things have become with his brother, but he is pragmatic about this and believes Harry will always be in trouble. Things are more difficult for Harry because, unlike his brother, he doesn't have a job. Harry has Meghan, but very little to do in the States, and he worries about what on earth he will do if the Meghan and Harry show ever came off the rails. William will always be okay because he's going to be king. Writing spare has made Harry something of even less use to the royal family than being the spare. Samantha Markle, Meghan Markle's half-sister, has filed an appeal against the dismissal of her libel lawsuit against the Duchess of Sussex. The lawsuit was initially dismissed in March by Judge Charlene Edwards Honeywell in Tampa, Florida. Samantha Markle had sued Meghan over comments made during her Oprah Winfrey interview and Netflix documentary. In the interview, Meghan stated that she grew up as an only child and that it would be hard for someone who doesn't know her to tell her story. Samantha's lawyers argue that these statements were defamatory, but Judge Honeywell ruled that they were protected opinions and dismissed the case. The judge also noted that the question of how close the two half-sisters were is subjective and not capable of being definitively answered. If the appeal is successful, it would overturn Judge Honeywell's decision to dismiss the case. Actor Wendell Pierce, who portrayed the father of Meghan Markle's Rachel Zane on Suits, told E! News, I'm always reminded of the last day working with Meghan, which was the wedding scene prior to her engagement to the prince. I said, Meghan, your life is going to be a whirlwind. You're going to be in this bubble. I just want you to remember that no matter what happens, you always have friends. I hope you can count on me in that number. I'm so grateful that I was able to express that to her before the whirlwind engagement in a wedding and becoming the Duchess. Pierce was invited to Meghan's wedding but did not attend due to scheduling conflicts. Palace Intrigue will be right back. A review from Gertrude and Alice. Best podcast about British royal family. Followers of the British royal family, you do not want to miss this podcast. Daily royal news, delivered in a short, informative and concise way by Mark Francis. 5 stars. Thank you, Gertrude and Alice. In a historic first, British and French troops exchanged roles for the changing of the guard ceremonies on Monday, celebrating the 120th anniversary of the Entente Cordiale. 16 soldiers from No. 7 Company Coldstream Guards joined troops from the 1st Regiment de la Garde Républicaine to provide the presidential guard outside the Élysée Palace in Paris. This marked the first time a foreign state has guarded the French presidential residence. Simultaneously, at 11 a.m. in London, 32 members of the Gendarmerie's Garde Républicaine and 40 guardsmen from F Company Scots Guards marched together on the Buckingham Palace forecourt. They were inspected by the Duke and Duchess of Edinburgh, making it the first time a non-Commonwealth country has been afforded the honour of participating in the changing of the guard ceremony. In Paris, French President Emmanuel Macron was photographed with the French and British troops and went on a walkabout, shaking hands with members of the public, waving small Union flags. King Charles has received the first banknotes featuring his portrait as they are set to enter circulation in the coming weeks. At Buckingham Palace, the Bank of England Governor, Andrew Bailey, and Sarah John, the Bank of England's chief cashier, presented Charles with the new notes. King Charles was shown the 5, 10, 20 and £50 notes, the first notes to feature His Majesty's image, and he remarked that they were very well designed. The Bank of England announced in February that the new banknotes will enter circulation starting June 5th. This marks a significant moment, as it is the first time the Bank of England has changed the image of the monarch on a banknote since the late Queen Elizabeth II became the first monarch to appear on a Bank of England note in 1960. And there you have it. If you'd like to email us, our address is thepalaceintrigue@gmail.com. Please follow us on Spotify or Apple. And if you like the show, give us a review like Gertrude and Alice and 5 stars. I'm Mark Francis. My thanks to John McDermott. This is Palace Intrigue. Good times.